Okay, when doing number 16, I like to think of the smaller unit going to the bigger unit. Some people like to do train tracks, whatever you prefer. So I like to go small to large. And if I'm going from small to large, I know I'm going to be dividing. So I take this number down here and I'd say 936 divided by how many of the smaller unit are in the bigger unit. So how many inches are in a foot? Well, it's 12, but because it's squared, then I have to square what I'm multiplying or dividing by. So 936 divided by 144 equals 6.5. Going on to number 17, this is again small to large, which means I'm going to divide. So 6,480 divided by how many inches are in a yard? Well, that's 36, but I have to square it. So 6,480 divided by 36 squared would be 5. Here I'm going from large to small, so I do the opposite and I'm going to multiply. So I take my 13 and how many feet are in a yard, how many in the smaller unit or in the bigger unit, and that would be 3. But again, I always have to square it if my answer's in squared feet, inches, yard, whatever. So 13 times 9 equals 279. And here I'm going from large to small again, so I'm going to multiply. I bring my 19 down, how many inches are in a foot, and that would be 12, and I square it, so 19 times 144 is 2,736 inches squared. Number 20, a wall is to be covered with tiles, which covers 1 square foot. So if the wall is 168 inches by 72, how many tiles will we need to cover this wall? Well, to figure that out, I know it's a rectangle, so I have 186 down here and 72 right here. I have to find the area of this rectangle, so area is base times height. So 186 times 172, or times 72, equals 13,392 inches squared. But I want to know square feet, so I have to take my 13,392 inches squared equals how many feet squared. So again, I would go small to large, and when I go small to large, I divide. So I take that number, 13,392, divided by how many inches are in a foot, and that would be 12, 12 squared, and my answer is 93. Number 21, a garden is 35 yards long and 16 yards wide. What is the area in square feet? So I would say 35 by 16. And this is in yards that I'm figuring out this rectangle right here. So, and I'm trying to figure out the area. So base times height, 35 times 16 equals 560 yards squared equals how many feet squared? So that's large to small. So I know if I'm going large to small, I am going to multiply. So 560 times, there are 3 feet in a yard, so 3 squared, and that would be 5,040 feet squared. Number 22. The two similar triangles have areas of a ratio of 22 to 49. State the ratio of sides and the ratio of perimeters. So I'm going to write my ratio, 25 over 49, and this is an area. And in order to find the sides, I have to take the square root of each of them, because area is the side squared. So if I take the square root of each, the top and the bottom, I would get 5/9. So the side is 5 to 9. So that's that area, or the square root of the area, and the perimeter is also the same as the side. This side is reduced, so they end up being the same. The ratio of the perimeters of two polygons is 14 over 21. So this is perimeter. So state the ratio of the sides and the ratio of the areas. So to find the sides, I'm just going to reduce it. So it's divide by 7, so 2/3. And after that, after I find the sides, I'm just going to square it to find the area. So in order to go from side to area, I square. So I'm going to take 2 squared and 3 squared. So I have 4/9. And to go from side to perimeter, I can multiply by anything. So in this example here, before I squared it, 2 and 2/3 are the ratio of 2/3. I multiplied both of them by 7. To go from perimeter area, or from perimeter to area, I have to reduce it and then square it. And the last two problems, the area of the two similar polygons are given. Determine the value of x. So both of these are given in area. So I would say 72/52, and that's big over small, is equal to, since this is an area, I have to make sure when I write these down they are also an area because I want them to be equal. So x squared, because I have to square my side length, over 7 squared. So I'm going to cross multiply. So I have 50x squared equals 3,528. Then when you divide by 50, you get 70 and 56/100ths. And then you have to take the square root of 70 and 56/100ths to get x alone. When you do that, x equals 8 4/10. Number 25 is similar. So you're going to take your big, I always do big over small, or whatever one comes first. So I'm going to say my side length is 10/7 equals area of my first one I don't know over my second one, which is 50. So since this side is an area, which means it's squared, we need to square this side. So I go ahead and square it. So now I have 100 times 50, which is 500, and 49 times x, which is 49x. Divide by 49 on both sides, so x equals 102 4/100ths. And I worked through all the problems. If you have any other questions, please come see one of your teachers, and good luck.